Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a strange sense of disconnection? As if the person staring back is just a collection of roles, labels, and expectations you've gathered over the years. You're a son, a daughter, a friend, a partner, an employee. You are what you do, what you own, what others think of you. But beneath all that, who are you really? This question isn't just a late-night thought experiment. It's the beginning of a profound journey. It's the first tremor of an awakening, a quiet rebellion against the self you never consciously chose. We spend so much of our lives on autopilot, chasing goals that society tells us are important, living up to an image that feels increasingly hollow. We build a life based on external validation, and one day, we wake up in a house that doesn't feel like home, surrounded by things that don't bring us joy, playing a part that no longer fits. This moment of questioning, this nagging feeling that there has to be more, is a gift. It's your inner self, your true essence, knocking on the door, asking to be seen. It's an invitation to stop looking outside for answers and to finally turn your gaze inward. The journey starts with a simple, yet terrifying question. If you stripped away everything: your name, your job, your relationships, your past, what would be left? That silent, formless awareness, that is where your true identity begins to stir. Let's start this exploration together. The initial spark of awareness is exhilarating. It feels like you've been given a new pair of eyes. The world, which once seemed so solid and predictable, now reveals its intricate layers. You start to see the patterns in your own behavior, the unconscious scripts you've been running for years. You notice how you shrink in certain situations and puff up in others. You see the subtle manipulations in conversations, the unspoken social contracts, the masks people wear, including your own. It's like Neo seeing the Matrix for the first time. The code is everywhere. But this newfound clarity comes with a price. It can be an incredibly lonely experience. The things that once bonded you with others' gossip, complaining, superficial conversations suddenly feel empty and draining. You might find yourself at a party, surrounded by people, yet feeling completely isolated, as if you're watching a play from backstage. You understand the dynamics, but you can no longer participate in the same unconscious way. Your old friends might not understand the change in you. They might see your newfound introspection as arrogance or withdrawal. They might ask why you're being so serious, why you can't just relax and have fun like you used to. And the truth is, you can't. Because once you've seen the strings, you can't unsee them. This is the price of clarity, a period of solitude where your old world falls away before a new one has been built. You stand in a space between the realities, no longer fitting into the old, not yet fully belonging to the new. It's a necessary phase of shedding, a quiet winter for the soul before the spring of a new identity can emerge. It's a testament to your courage, because you've chosen the discomfort of truth over the comfort of illusion. As you navigate this newfound solitude, you begin to realize just how deeply you've been shaped by external forces. Society, culture, family, and education have all given you a mold, a pre-approved blueprint for a successful life. Get good grades, go to a good college, find a stable job, get married, buy a house, have kids. Follow the script. This mold promises safety, acceptance, and belonging. And for a long time, you probably tried your best to fit into it. You contorted yourself, sanded down your rough edges, and hid the parts of you that were deemed too weird, too loud, too sensitive, or too ambitious. You learned to value logic over intuition, productivity over presence, and conformity over authenticity. But the awakening has cracked this mold. The pressure to conform now feels like a cage. You see that the path laid out for you isn't your path. It's a generic, one-size-fits-all route that ignores your unique gifts, your deepest passions, and your individual calling. Breaking the mold is a conscious act of rebellion. It is saying no to a life that looks good on paper but feels empty in your heart. It's choosing the messy, uncertain, and often criticized path of forging your own way. This could mean leaving that prestigious but soul-crushing job. It could mean ending a relationship that's based on convenience rather than genuine connection. It could mean moving to a new city or picking up a paintbrush for the first time since you were a child. It's about giving yourself permission to be different, to be misunderstood, to disappoint people who have a vested interest in you staying the same. Breaking the mold isn't a single, dramatic act. It's a series of small, courageous choices made every single day. It's choosing to speak your truth when it's easier to stay silent. It's following a creative impulse instead of scrolling on your phone. It's resting when the world tells you to hustle. Each choice is a hammer blow to the old structure, making space for your authentic self to finally step out into the light. It's a declaration that your life is your own masterpiece, and you will no longer let anyone else hold the brush. So you started to see the world differently, and you're breaking away from societal expectations. Now the journey turns even further inward, into the complex and often turbulent landscape of your own mind. This is where you meet the master architect of your old self, the ego. The ego is not inherently bad. It's a survival mechanism, a psychological construct designed to help you navigate the world. It is the part of you that creates a sense of I separate from other. It's your personality, your story, your collection of beliefs and memories. It's the voice in your head that's constantly narrating, judging, and planning. For most of your life, you've likely been completely identified with this voice. You believed you asterisk were asterisk your thoughts, your emotions, your successes, and your failures. Self-reflection is the process of de-identifying from the ego. It's learning to observe your thoughts without being swept away by them. It's watching your emotions rise and fall without letting them define you. Imagine sitting on the bank of a river. The thoughts and feelings are like leaves, sticks, and debris floating by on the current. Before, you were in the river, being tossed around by every thought. Now you are the silent observer on the bank. You can notice a thought of anxiety float by and say, there's anxiety, instead of, I am anxious. This simple shift in perspective is revolutionary. It creates a space between you, the observer, the true self, and the content of your mind. This is the power of self-reflection and practices like meditation or journaling. They train you to become the witness of your inner world, rather than its prisoner. You start to see the ego's tricks, how it craves validation, how it fears criticism, how it clings to a story of victimhood or superiority. By observing it without judgment, you loosen its grip. You are no longer run by the insecure, chattering mind. You are grounded in the quiet, spacious awareness that lies beneath. This is where true inner power is found, not in controlling your thoughts, but in realizing you are not your thoughts. You are the sky, and they are just the passing clouds. This entire process of awakening, the solitude, the breaking of the mold, and the observation of the ego is a form of death. It is the death of the person you thought you were. And like any death, it involves grief. You might grieve for the simplicity of your old life, even if it was unfulfilling. You might grieve for relationships that couldn't evolve with you. You might even grieve for the old you, the one who was so certain about everything. This is a crucial part of the process. You must let the old self die. You cannot carry it with you into your new life. It's like a snake shedding its skin. It has to leave the old, tight, restrictive layer behind in order to grow. This letting go is not a passive act, it's a conscious choice. It's forgiving yourself for the times you lived unconsciously. It's releasing the need to be right, the need to have it all figured out. It's embracing the beautiful uncertainty of becoming. And from the ashes of this death, a rebirth occurs. This isn't a loud, dramatic event. It's a quiet, internal shift. It's the emergence of a self that is not built on external validation, but on an unshakable foundation of inner strength and self-acceptance. Your sense of self-worth no longer comes from your job title or your bank account, but from the simple, profound fact of your existence. Your decisions are no longer driven by fear, but by a deep, intuitive knowing. You find joy not in acquiring more, but in being more present. You build relationships based not on need, but on authentic connection. This new self is resilient. It's not afraid of challenges because it knows its worth is not on the line. It's not afraid of being alone because it enjoys its own company. It's not afraid of the future because it trusts its ability to navigate whatever comes. This is not an endpoint. It's the beginning of living an authentic life. A life where the person you are on the inside is finally aligned with the life you live on the outside. It's coming home to yourself. The journey is long. It's not always easy, but it is the most worthwhile journey you will ever take. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this conversation resonated with you, if it sparked something in your own journey of self-discovery, I'd be honored if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel. There's so much more to uncover together. Share your thoughts in the comments below, your own moments of awakening, your own challenges. We build community by sharing our stories. Remember, this path can sometimes feel lonely, but you are not alone on it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.